Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera to dear fellow friends. My name is Nur Atikah binti Noh. My ID is 940325145946. I am from Program Bachelor of Management with Honours. Today, I would like to discuss about topic e-learning versus face-to-face learning. By the way, this subject is under OUMH1303 English in Oral Communication. Dear my friends, before I start further our discussion today, I just would like to know how far do you understand about the words e-learning and face-to-face learning? I will start with face-to-face learning first because it is simple, it is easy, and I'm for sure everybody understand what is face-to-face learning likes, which is we go to school face-to-face with our teacher, we go to university and face-to-face with our lecturer, our professor. Also, we will face-to-face with everybody, our classmates, our peers, our friends, everyone, and everybody will see what we do because it is face-to-face learning. But what is e-learning? E-learning is basically online class. It's a definitely online class, which is you will study, either you will study online with your paid teacher or you will study by your own self, but you still being registered as a student and will get an exam. And now, I will start to discuss the pros and cons about the e-learning and face-to-face learning. Actually, what is created in this world is not being created to sit in the perfect way. You also as a human has your own good and bad. Also as an e-learning and face-to-face learning also have their own advantage and disadvantage by their own self. So I will discuss about the pros of e-learnings. First, the parents will get fully supervised by their children. What is fully supervised? This is regarding the parents can watch a live broadcast, how the way their children study, how the way their children focusing in their class. In my experience, if I study in my class before, I will secretly talking to my friends. I will secretly to get drink. I will secretly writing anything about not regarding the class. So this is how the way the parents will supervise how their children will study in their education. The second pros of e-learning is mental freedom. What is mental freedom? E-learning students no need to follow the time. E-learning students no need to follow the rules or follow the law of the school. Like we must get into the school before 7:30. So that's mean we need to wake up early in the morning. Like before this, like my experience before, I get into the school after the 7:30 and the school prefect will write your name. Nur Atikah binti Noh is late. That is why e-learning students no need to be struggling by the time, no need to struggling with the law or the rules. So they can have their own time when to want to start the class. They can choose their own time, like starting to 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. or they can have their breakfast first or they can have their lunch first. Then they can start their class. So that is the big advantage that e-learning students have. Besides of that, they also no need to feel the stress besides of in school. One class will accommodate at least 30 people of students. It will have the class will noisy, the narrowness of the class because we have to sit 30 people students in the one class. So sometimes these small things also can bring a stress to the student because I have feeling of that. I cannot be so stressed. I cannot have a so noisy situation. So I will get a stress. Wow, it's so stressed like in this class. So that is why sometimes we need to prevent from the kids because right now also kids also can easily get stressed. We have to take care of that actually. Now, I will discuss about the cons of e-learnings. First cons of e-learning is lack of skills. This is what we should worry about. Because of what? Some of e-learning students, after they just finish their subject on that day, they just can close their laptop. After then that, they can lay down at their couch, they can lay down at their bed and playing a game in their phone. This is what we need to prevent. Because of what? When they're doing like that, it can make them as antisocial person, which is antisocial person with lack of confidence. What happen if they face him to public? Like now, I'm talking with a confident. How to them? How they can save from that thing that can destroy their futures? That's why I say sometimes e-learnings also can be as a bad thing to the students. The second cons of e-learning is financial problems. This is depends on the parents, because if the parents think they have strong financial family, they have strong family financial my bad, it is okay to continue if you want to send your children for e-learning education. But what happen if this thing happen in this future? I didn't ask this for any parents that send their children to e-learning education. But what if you are being fired, if you are having a bankruptcy, what happened to your children education, or what will happen to your children future? So that is why a parents really need to think really deep if they decided to send their children for e-learning education, because everything need to pay. If you are already capable as a teacher or as a lecturer, it's a big advantage to you. You can teach your own children by your own self. But if you don't have any certificate being as a teacher or what, so how you gonna solve your financial problem if you not think very deeply want to send your children to e-learning education? Now, I will start to discuss the pros for face-to-face learning. The first pros is encourage and helps with social skills. A school face-to-face learning also can teach our student or our children as a productive individual. Also, face-to-face learning or learning at school can teach our children to be an independent person. This is because when they enter to the school or when they enter to the university, they will live or they will stay at the place without their parents. Like we send our children in the first year, we as a parents cannot enter to the school to accompany them. Or everybody know these rules. So this is the time to teach our children, to teach our students to be an independent person. Because this is can bring along into their life. How they can live without their parents, how they can live without their mom, especially their mom. Every children need their mom. But this is the time how to teach them to be an independent person. The second pros for face-to-face learning is promotes collaborative learnings, which is face-to-face or learn at school also can teach our students how to work in one team environment. This is because to make the student fostering collaboration among the students. This is because at least the students can hear each other, can hear among them how to solve their problems, how the way they can solve, what they need, what they have to do, everything. It can create a special relationship between them. They can be as a best friend because they always working each other. Besides of that, this fostering collaboration can bring along when they step in their career soon. In office, if you don't have a teamwork, they will ban you or they will bash you, because and the teamwork is really needed, because this is how you show how you think, how professional you are, how you approach to talk to public. Everything is needed in your future soon, in the student future soon. My bad. And now I will start to discuss the cons of face-to-face learning. The first cons is physical bullying. Recently, how bad we heard about bullying case among the students, either in high school or university. Sometimes bullying can happen because the student just want to show how gangster they are, how powerful they are. Either girls or boy, it's just same among them. Right now, girls also make a bullying case. Every student's just same level. We don't care if you are from rich family or poor family. All of you just same when you enter the school. Either you sit in the higher place of the class or the lowest class. Every student enter the school just have one intention, which is seek for knowledge. So stop bullying case in school. The second cons of face-to-face learning is can be unsafe environment for learnings. Sometimes there are a student who not healthy, like they got fever or flu or cough, but they still attend to the schools. This is because sometimes they are worried they will miss the lesson they are learning at the school. Right now, especially, we are still living in the face of pandemic COVID-19. My bad. We are free because the virus can be spreading fastly to other students, which is it can make other student, this student can get the virus, something like that. That is why sometimes this is the responsible for the parents, which is they need to prevent their children attend to the schools until they get well soon. So, before I end my video after this, I would like to know your opinion. Which education is good or which education is much better? Either e-learning or face-to-face learning? In my personal opinion, face-to-face learning is much better than e-learning. Because if we send our children to the schools, at least our children can see how the world being the world. They can see how the behavior of people. They can learn how to talk to the public. They can improve their social skills, which is most needed in their life soon.